Thanks for having me. Why are we here? Any ideas?
To be better.
To be better, fantastic. Roger and I had a conversation a little while back about trying to improve the performance of the Basketball Excellence program. So today is about really defining the direction that these guys want to go as leaders of the program, and so getting a really clear understanding of the expectations that they have of each other to be able to deliver the best product that they possibly can. Today is about your needs, this team, and how you can get better. I don't come in here with a manual or anything like that telling you what you need to do. All right, it's about you guys taking responsibility and ownership for that. We have a model that we use to facilitate our program. This is our high-performing teams model. All right, so you cannot have a high-performing team unless you have high-performing leaders. All right, why would that be, do you think?
You can't lead people on a journey you haven't experienced yourself.
Yeah, okay, good. Leaders give the team direction, and really simply, leaders model a certain type of behaviour. All right. One of the catchphrases we use is any given team, and so we believe that we can have a really positive impact on performance of any group of people coming together to try and achieve an outcome. So it doesn't matter what you do in terms of the mechanics of your organisation. What we're focusing on is the dynamics, so the how we do it together. Clearly, what we've got here today is a group of people that are willing to invest in that, and hopefully, the outcome is that they improve. So we've defined our culture. All right, through our behavioural framework, leaders model, reward and challenge behaviour. All right, the most important thing that we need to do as leaders is model behaviour first and foremost. All right, like it or not, the behaviour that we display as leaders of these children, they will more than likely model what we do as well. All right, what we value will get done. If we value talent and have no care whatsoever about team, then kids will just want to play for themselves. In the introduction, I spoke about the mutual trust and respect in a strong professional relationship. So I want them to understand the importance and the impact on their relationships within achieving what they want to achieve. But also the other bit is have some clarity around the expectations that they have of each other. Those elements there will allow them to start having conversations with each other about the performance individually and collectively of the team, which therefore leads to better outcomes for the kids at the end of the day.
Fletcher, we had a good example of that. I reckon a couple of Thursdays ago, there was a shift in some of Steve's, how he was setting up his training and what they were executing. And I walked back up into the gym and I could feel a different energy. So the kids, remember we spoke about that, the kids had identified that and straight away there was a different energy in the gym. So it's a live example of that.
100%. And it doesn't have to take a lot. So another one of my clients I work with,
as the workshop breaks into smaller groups, the opportunity arises to vocalise the positive progressions, but also to air any grievances or contentions.
My view is that with our basketball program, that's our excellence program, that should direct all of our sporting programs. That should give us our culture for every other program that we run at that school, because that is the pinnacle of the top of the apple tree. That's where it sits up the top there. If we're sitting up here and we've got our culture here right, every other sporting team and every other sport that we do will sit up there as well.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because like a few years back, basketball was the only thing, and when we got good at basketball, the whole school rose with it at that stage. Probably when we were down to the lowest number of kids we had at the school, and that I feel it was sort of sitting on our basketball program. And if we've got to lead the way, we've got to lead the way.
Yeah. And you will.
Well, we want to.
What sort of said all along, I'm looking to grow that program so that it has a healthy influence on all of our other programs. And I can see it now. I've seen the difference even in the 2 months we've been together.
Well, we are trying to change. I mean, the things that you've brought to us, and now the trust is getting there, we are generally trying to change that. So, and you saying some positive things to the other day about it was pretty good, actually.
What behaviours do we currently accept or condone that stop us from being our ideal team? This is for us.
What stops us?
And what behaviours do we currently accept or condone that stop us? So amongst ourselves, what do we accept or condone?
yeah, I don't feel like I can talk frankly with everyone, I must admit, at the moment. Yeah, this is my first sort of a meeting like this too, so I'm starting to learn. I'm open to learning it now. So you've been through this process where we're on the start of it, you know?
It's about getting us onto the same even playing field, which is what this is all about, and actually saying, hey, this is where we're going forward.
Steve Whelan is right to challenge the status quo. If the program aspires to the lofty level of excellence, it must firstly address any internal conflicts.
But I've held back for a long time. They probably needed to say things, but I'm not very good at sitting down and having a conversation. I've told you, like I seem to come across, I don't mean to it, and I seem to come across like I'm attacking, or I'm feeling like you're feeling like I'm attacking you, and I just don't know how to get the words right or whatever it is, you know.
So that's something we'll work through.
Yeah,
that's the whole idea of this and the new program.
Because me and Pero aren't on the same page, realistically, you know. I'm on a totally different page, and I tend to go, all right, well, I'm just going to worry about what I'm doing and try and get this side of it going, because realistically, and I'm going to get judged on this side, that's what I feel like, you know, so I've got to get what I'm doing right.
What behaviour are you currently accepting or condoning with Pero?
Well, I'm frustrated in a certain thing, but it's not because he's the great coach, but like we've got enough to get an emerging team on the floor and get practice going. I coach the same girls that don't know what they're doing, where he could be helping me in it. See, the one thing he's got is, and this is why I'm always backing, because he does care. He genuinely cares about the kids. There's no doubt, and he's definitely got passion there. It's just don't worry if they're the emerging. Get them, because you might get one player that's going to hit a basket can get a bronze medal, because it happened to me. You know, I got to learn that early.
And it's the same as in coaching. You can't take it to heart if someone goes, hey, why don't you try this? Hey, why are you doing that? You know, and I think that could be part of our culture too, is that we're always trying to chop each other down.
Yeah.
You know, Australian culture.
Yeah.
Instead of building each other up, you know, like, hey, why don't you try this? The biggest thing is we need to be open to change.
Open and frank discussions are easier to initiate in today's modern age of transparent communication. Hillcrest Basketball is leaving no stone unturned to ensure the program achieves clarity and truth.
Yeah, well, if someone can show me something that's going to make a kid better, I'm open to it. I want to know. I want to understand, you know. So